I think we was trained for that. The first time they walked in, the Negroes walk in, with cameras going and cussing and talking crazy, they figured, well, people gonna blow it because they have a picture of themselves. They demand respect, and they're not gonna put up with this. Just what we're doing. They were shocked to death. So told everybody just stand down and take it easy. I do this all the time. And they would be shouting, they wouldn't let you talk. You're gonna explain things, calm, relaxed way, they're not putting up with it. They're gonna keep running their mouth over and over again. Okay, fine. Good thing about it is you have your little, what's them MP3 recorders, and they record hour after hour. And when you go outside, they still on. When you're in the kitchen, they still on. I got Khadijah and I said, you didn't punch me twice there, girl. Yeah, well, you just a funny nigga, and da-da-da-da. And then them old side hat wearing niggas, yeah, old nigga, we gonna kick your behind. They're all on tape. All them niggas is on tape. Everything they said is on tape. No, it's all on tape. It's been on tape. It's been on tape 6 years. No, it's been on tape because I had some I'd have in my pocket, and they may think, oh, they just looking, they don't see nothing. Then you run off with your phone and think that's where everything else is. But I know I had three of them things. Three of them. I still got them. Oh yeah, you downloaded a lot. Yeah, you downloaded all of that. You didn't listen to much of this stuff, huh?
Nah, not all of it. You got a lot on there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I got 200 hours, probably. I don't know how much I got.
It's a man.
But look, it's like unbelievable. Some of it is quiet, ain't nothing happening. Some of it is hollering and cussing. They all on there cussing and hollering. Okay? That's the way you defeat clowns. If they're gonna come clowning, you wanna trick people, okay. We had a flyer, we said, it was in August, it was the one in August. The time they come with guns and everything, they came a couple. They said, we're going to have popcorn and Cracker Jacks and all of that, and we're going to, so the niggas came fully armed and everything. I said, hey, what y'all up to? This is how you Allah will help you if you ask for help. This is the point of dua. You know, sometimes I don't mention it, but this is the purpose of dua. And as Hadith has said, it, be careful about oppressing the people, taking their good stuff, because there's no partition between the dua of the oppressed. Right? Okay, we take that serious. We take that serious. Other people, they might just mumble dua, but today we had a lot of time, not today, but this has been time for contemplation. Contemplation is like you just strolling along the trail and you just have your clipboard and you just write stuff. And it's contemplation time. It's contemplation time because we completed round number 200 or whatever it was. You think about it. We're going to do this, that, and other, all the flyers and everything. Okay. We're gonna rah, 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 rah. As-Sabiqun. Okay. So we go out to, what's the name of the place out there?
Is it Adam Center or
No, you know, out in,
Dul Hijra?
on not down Hitcher, but the other one out there by the airport. Adams.
Oh, yeah, Adams, yeah.
First of all, we got how the people act. It's all duly registered. We got what the people, they waited 1 week, then the next week they came and sent the guy. Remember the guy came and he's,
Yeah.
well, we want you to stop putting them on the thing. No problem. Then the guy that gives khutbah at the other place, I don't know, Rashid, whatever his name is, we want to help you with your websites. And he was adamant, gotta get over there, see, you gotta, okay. I gave him the stuff, and I said, now come back and get some more. And, well, what do you do now? I got, man, we came here, we influenced the whole neighborhood, all that stuff. So, but he haven't called, he haven't come back. The one time he came, he haven't come back. I didn't mark America's joint. We wanted to see what the Iranians would do. The Iranians is here, not the Iranians in Iran. Not the good Iranians. We wanted to see what they would do here. So the big alim out of IEC, one of our brothers was standing there with him, and I was talking, yeah, da 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 da. He said, I didn't do that. The brother said, he don't mean you. But he was defensive because he's a tattletale. Yeah, he's a tattletale. As soon as you come back from Iran years ago, did they ask you about me? Did they ask you about me? I said, of course not. But if he wants to stay here, so then they have a delayed program for the revolution in mid-February. So I went out there, and I just checked everything out, and it was ridiculous. So one of the brothers they was passing me off from one to the other. This one is going to block me to make sure I don't talk to any good Iranians. So he's going to block and keep me over here. The other one's going to have me sit and we're going to eat and we're going to do this, that, and the other. Another one we're going to say, you're going to eat that? I wouldn't trust what, try to make me paranoid, So everything that we needed, we got. We went to the Masjid over here. So the first night we went, there's a Sudanese brother that I know. And he knows, he's on the spot. The next time is another Sudanese brother. And then we go back to the original Sudanese brothers. So those are all brothers that's on the payroll. I could mention many other things, but everything that we wanted from that, we already got it. Yeah. Everything that we wanted for that little period, we got it. We went to the Masjid Muhammad with flyers, we went everywhere. But we got what we needed. The point I'm trying to make is, it takes a lot of skill to do this. And I'm not bragging. I'm just not bragging. But I'm trying to let anybody know that want to go along this path. There's many things. Number one, Anybody out there watching that have a team of, what do they call them people that get on the internet and steal information?
Hackers.
Hackers. You dear hackers out there, I tell you, this is not a commercial, but it's gonna sound like one. We here, we actually would like your help. Yes, we would love your help. Now it sounds funny to say, we're honest, upstanding and all that, but good. Look at it this way. Just go to record, look up Imam Musa, go all the way back 50 years, however you want to go back 60 years to the little kiddie penitentiaries. You won't find any breach of ethics at all. Never any breach of ethics. I can remember when I was 17 or 18, they sent me down from camp. I was at PSI, Preston School of Industry, and the captain told me, well, the head group supervisor, they call them captains in the penitentiary. He said, "You're a good kid." I was kind of big and everything. He said, something had happened and I was down in adjustment center, but he said, you could be just like Posey. And now Posey was over in, he was at F Company, or vice versa, G and F, who was up on the hill. Posey was a Negro. Posey didn't walk in ranks. Posey would carry a portable radio, transistor radio. He could wear a street shirt, like his little muscles would stick out of the shirt. Posey was what was called a drag boy. The police would let Posey do what he wanted, long as Posey keep everybody else in line. Posey was big, and Posey, he was, so the police told me, you could be like Posey. And this is before I'm getting all this heavy game. I said, I don't want to be like Posey. That it was natural, it's the fitra. The fitra. Everybody wanted to be the drag boy. I don't want to be like Posey. Hey man, I remember that from then. I was 1963. I remember up till today. So I don't want to be like Posey. I'm so grateful and thankful for all of that. Okay, now let me get back to these people. We're beginning a new cycle. At this time, it's the same counter-encirclement, it's the same encirclement and oppression. It's just like every cycle is basically the same. And all the revolutionary literature says that they will be the same until you rise to the ability to challenge them. That's about guerrilla warfare, encirclement and suppression. They always try to surround you and suppress you in one scheme or another. That's what it is. It's always encirclement and suppression. Okay? So we're going through a new period of, let's call it encirclement and suppression. But this time, we want to break out of that cycle, and we want to evolve to another level. Well, we will, whatever it is, we'll evolve, but we want to evolve to the level to where we can handle our business the way we want it. We want to be able to challenge the system this time face to face with good. It's not, but we want to be able to face him down. We're already blocking the white man in. Look, I don't care what nobody say. I know part of what we're doing is pretty good. Because we're still here. I mean, that kind of stuff. But just because you're here today is not no guarantee that you're going to be here tomorrow. And again, we don't care a whole lot about the time limit. It's just what we want to do and what we want to present to the people. Longevity, long-range struggle, protracted struggle is that. It don't have a date on it. It don't have a time on it. But it has time periods. It has evolutionary periods and cycles. Now we want to get in more control of the cycle. So that's why we're reaching out to brothers. Hey, I don't care if you hacked for money or whatever you do. If you want to just prick the system a little bit. You see our address and all that? Just imagine what we need and send it to us. Whatever you can get. You know, whatever you can get. There's many things we can't even get. We're dealing with psychological guerrilla warfare, and technically we whooping this white man's behind. Technically. But that's not going to solve the whole problem, right? It's not an individual effort, it's a collective effort. So if you hack in the bank, if you hack in this, hack the boss man, hack him. Snatch stuff that you know what I mean? Yes, snatch all that stuff. He was sitting around running his mouth, snatch it out of his mouth, snatch it from him. That's right. All his jewels, his list of tattletales, snatch them from him. He got lists. If you can't go get them directly, start with the police departments. They're not as secure. Go through the whole, on up the line. Pretty soon, you'll be right at boss man. You got to go at boss man. We want y'all to go at boss man because you got the possibility. You can do it. You don't have to be a liberation person. You could just have disdain for the system. And most of the people that are functional and pretty good, they hate the system, but they just want to get away with everything they do. Right? Now we're asking you to go a little further. Take a few chances here. Where it's not just to get away with it. Just to play a little part. In your mind, you'll know I had something to do with that. Yeah. Nobody else has to know. Boss man may never find out. If you cover your tracks well enough, all the stuff you get, you can send it over to so-and-so. They got stuff, I know, I hear it on TV or radio all the time. They can make it look like people over there did it, right? Right, they can do all of that. Do all of that stuff. But we would love your support right now. Whatever come our way, we're going to use it well. We're going to analyze it properly. We're going to use it well. We don't have any history of cutting people's throat. That's the best way I do it. We don't have any history of that. Whoever you check out, whether it's Iranians, whether it was Arabs, whether it was Hezbollah types, we dealt with everybody on the top of the line. That's the way we dealt with it. whether it's Indians in South Africa, people of Sri Lanka, whoever we dealt with. And many of them was polices. Many of them were polices. But we dealt with them correctly. We dealt with them honestly. And so you can investigate us. You can review our record and send what you think we need. Just look at it and say, there's a Negro, he's totally uncertain. Let's sit in this and see what he do. Just have fun, have a game. So I don't believe he can do it. Maybe bet your homeboy, I'll bet you $50,000 he can't pull it off. If we send this to him, he ain't gonna be able to do nothing. And then send it and see who wins the bet. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Rise to the level necessary. Now, I just have something personal to say. I am not your standard Negro. I want you to, I know this is supposed to be an analysis tonight. I am not your standard Negro. I want you to understand. I have already escaped all the cutie pies. There has never been any slander here at this masjid. There's slander in Oakland all the time. But there's never been, there wasn't no slander there when I was there. It haven't been no slander, there have been no cutie pies, it haven't been none of that. Here, just haven't been none. And if anything pop up tomorrow morning, you know that they just made it up. So I am not your standard Negro. We're in the process of evolution. We believe in evolution over revolution, that people evolve over a long period of time, and then they may make something called revolution. But in America at this time, we're not shooting for old-time revolution. What we're shooting for is, if it's the society, we want the society to basically do what it feels is good for itself. We want the society to get a picture of how they want to live. And our position is this: if we're 10% of the population, just saying, and we got 10% of it's 10 points and we got 1 point to make, we would just say, okay, we don't want no riba.